division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman's a mixed martial artist with a record of no wins and 2 losses. She stands 157 centimeters tall and weighs already 51.1 kilograms. Representing Venezuela, top fighter from San Cristobal, Venezuela. Give it up for Yasmili La Concha. And new opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 5 wins and 1 loss. She stands 163 centimeters tall and weighs already 52 kilograms. Representing Novo Uno and BH Hinos, fighting out of Belo Horizonte, Brazil. Give it up for Luana Pinheiro. Your referee is Yemi Arisa.
Both ladies look incredibly focused. Both ladies look ready to go. Here we go, opening up our main card. Luana Pinheiro taking on Yasmili La Concha. There you see that Sander right off the bat, trying to throw with that front kick.
She's a little tight, Phil. She's got to move around a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit flat-footed. Luana Pinheiro seems quite light on her feet, throwing fakes. Oh, beautiful low calf kick.
Luana playing a very intelligent game, moving in and out, moving side to side.
Seems to have found her distance quite early. Hake needs to mount a little bit more of offense. Those looping punches would be quite easy for somebody of Luana Pinheiro's ability to read. Oh, but drops her with the front kick.
There is that Sunda. That's what she needs to rely on. Not those looping punches, the kicks.
Being able to land a telling blow like that. Oh, but caught with a beautiful hook to takedown. But then transitions, Luana Pinheiro. Beautiful work from Yasmili. May even take the back here, but no.
First again.
Oh, Luana Pinheiro just making her pay for it with punch after punch. Arake just seems to be hanging on for dear life right now. Luana Pinheiro momentarily goes knee on belly, which is a horrible position to find yourself in. Arake not really mounting much offense right now. Pinheiro steps back into the half guard. And again, we've seen this anchor position, it's become quite famous in mixed martial arts. Luana Pinheiro is going to be happy just to try and open up here and land her strikes, but lands some devastating blows. Just creates the distance, and she may be on a guillotine here, or perhaps a Peruvian necktie, but this is the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt work. Transition seamlessly, taking the back. May have a crucifix.
Luana Pinheiro is home here.
You can see her sneaking that arm, trying to get it underneath the chin and take the back. But great work from Yasmili Arake to get up, and just completely negated by the hip throw of the judo black belt.
Beautiful judo into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu transition.
And the mount gives
and
up the back.
And this may be the beginning of the end.
That rear naked choke looks tight. And there's the tap!
It's over!
Another first round victory for Luana Pinheiro in Brave Combat Federation.
Luana Pinheiro cannot be stopped!
Moves the professional record to 6-1 with 5 submissions, all in the very first round. Absolutely beautiful jiu-jitsu. That was an absolute work of art from Luana Pinheiro. Never seemed in trouble on the ground, was constantly working with dominant groundwork. At one stage, looks like she could have had the guillotine, but knew to bide her time. And when she slowly stuck that arm underneath the chin of Yasmili Arake, Yasmili, for all her heart, for all her grit, for all her determination, could do nothing about it. Beautiful submission. Here we see it again, the opening stanzas. Yasmili having a little bit of early success with those sander kicks. But from the overhand to the clinch, from there was really all about the positional dominance, despite being reversed. But as soon as Luana Pinheiro got in the dominant position, landed huge, heavy, dominant strikes, forcing her opponent to give up space from which Luana could sink in her hooks, and it's a fight-ending rear naked choke. To make it official, let's send it up to the Roaring Lion, Mr. Carlos Kramer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible fight with an explosive finish that ends at 2 minutes and 34 seconds of the very first round. Your winner by tap out on rear naked choke. Give it up for Luana Pinheiro.
Enter the cage. It is now time for the final introductions. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, representing the Kingdom of Bahrain, Isa Hamad Bertozo. And her opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Kazakhstan, Ayad Tursi. And the referee in charge of this contest is Catalin Otelea.
Her opponent from Bahrain in the red corner, Isa Ramos Bertozo. Tursin, an IMF fan favorite. 2022 is her 5th year in the IMF competition. 2021 Performance of the Year winner with her spinning back fist KO in last year's European Open semis. Bertozo's got a nice Muay Thai style, long reach, great leg kicks as well.
Still trying to find the range. Both fighters clearly respect one another's abilities, just downloading the data, trying to find range, edging ever closer with that big overhand is Tursin.
Expect Isa's jab to land fairly soon. She's got pinpoint accuracy with that. Once she establishes her range, instead she's choosing to close. She's then going to try and take the bout down to the ground, and she's then going to try and submit her opponent.
Sharp knee right to the midsection from Bertozo.
Tursin's got to work her way in here, get behind the jab, use the head work to close the distance, and then those big power punches she's known for. Bertozo on the outside, looking for a way in. Palms open, looking to catch that jab and respond immediately. Going to warn him potentially for action here from the referee.
Again, I think it's because both fighters realizes just how dangerous their opponent is. So if you were to do something a little bit careless, if you were to do something that you could get countered. And again, within the realm of amateur mixed martial arts, 3 minutes is not a long time, but big takedown from Bertozo.
Working towards the back, getting closer.
Not a little bit off to the side. She needs to square herself up. She could be hunting for the armbar, however.
Active hips, trying to create that angle for herself. Gets that leg across the
Bertozo's
body. This looks
got
flush.
that.
Oh,
moving up.
Look at the hyperextension of the arm.
Tyson in dire trouble here. Bertozo looking for the finish.
She's trying desperately to hitchhike her out of this. Look at the flexibility, but that arm surely cannot take much more.
The fighting spirit here from Tursin. Bertozo hides the arm underneath.
Human elbow, don't do that.
Beautiful work. She made the adjustment to go underneath the armpit for more leverage, and Tursin was forced to tap.
And that's what I was talking about, gentlemen. Both fighters were extremely dangerous. They knew that it would just take one little piece of ingenuity to ignite the spark that would end the fight.
Let's take a look at the replay here. It's a massive hyperextension and a testament to how tough Tursin is. She was forced to tap. There's a second the adjustment there. Bertoso made the adjustment to put the arm underneath her armpit so she could gain the lever through her back as well.
In this Bahrain versus Kazakhstan face-off, Bahrain is now up by 1, 5 needed to move forward to the finals against Ireland. The loser will move to a 3rd and 4th place bout versus Mexico.
Referee Katalin Otelev has called a stop to the fight at 2 minutes and 23 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner via armbar and representing the red corner, Team Bahrain, Aiza Ramos Bertoso!
Here we go, Brave Nation. This next battle is 3 5-minute rounds in the atomweight division. It's time for the ladies to let the fists fly. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 2 losses. She stands 155 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 47.52 kilograms. Representing DK and fighting out of Ujeongbu, Korea. Please welcome Yadin Ghost Hoon. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman's a mixed martial artist making her professional debut. She stands 153.5 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 47.8 kilograms. Representing Sama Fight Club and Rituals Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Bali, Indonesia by way of Singapore. Give it up for Jillian Gritty Jilly Go!
19 years old. The rest is virtually identical.
Little glove touch there, but not a lot of love in those gloves. Two are staring each other down something fierce.
I expect to see a frenetic pace being set by these ladies right from the get-go. It's such an interesting facet of lighter weight fighting. Just that cardio, that expenditure of energy, frequency of shots. Nice one too by Jillian. Tried to get underneath.
Gritty Jilly is not showing the greater speed in this bout.
Nice defense from Yaren. Eats a big elbow. You just see that little bit of experience in the favor of Yaren. She's framing off beautifully, just using that to parlay into an elbow. Needs to pick her shots carefully here. Big takedown scored by Jillian. Needs to take a breath here. She's going to get reversed. Steps over beautifully.
Legs are almost shelved.
She needs to take her time here, take some deep breaths, establish the position before doing anything else.
Ghost wants to probably try and shrimp over to that wall and wall walk up. Guard has been passed, reversal attempt.
Needs to be wary of an armbar here in an inverted triangle. What beautiful dexterity by Hyung. Doesn't have the arm in for the triangle.
That head scissor alone, though, can be enough to escape from this position.
She's grabbing around the body. She must feel confident in it, but uses it beautifully to get back to her feet. Sprawls off, pushes the head away, but Jillian showing gritty by name, gritty by nature. Right in on the takedown again, controlling. Watch out for that whizzer. Heavy whizzer from Yaren. Nice grappling being exhibited so far from both women.
This phase of mixed martial arts up against the cage is the single most grueling in the sport. It's a true test of which fighter is stronger. Whichever fighter can push the other fighter's hips up against the wall is the stronger one. Once your opponent's hips are on that wall, it's very, very hard to punch and kick effectively.
Jillian trying to switch between the double, the single, and the high crotch. Beautiful work, but again, as soon as Yeren touches the mat, she bounces right back up, using that whizzer beautifully, parlays it into a takedown of her own, defense into attack, big elbows. Again, Jillian showing that toughness by getting right back up and then on the takedown. So Yeren wants to create a little bit of separation here. Oh, huge big knee from Yeren. You have to factor in the inevitable adrenaline dump here, Kirk, that Jillian will be experiencing. Her first professional fight on a huge stage. Those arms are going to be feeling a little bit heavy.
The twists and turns in this bout. The succeeding and then not, being on bottom then top. It's very, very hard on the heart, physically and metaphorically.
Again, just beautiful use of the whizzer from Hyung. Again, framing off little pot shot elbows, showing just how well-rounded an arsenal of strikes she has.
Phil, I'm really liking from both these athletes how they're not wedded to any single facet of the game. They're very happy to move between grappling and striking, different strikes, different forms of takedowns.
I think that little push off has maybe shown a change in the ebb and flow and momentum of this fight in favor of Yeren Hyung. Nice shot over the top from Hyung. Jillian might have had a little speed wobble there. Hyung needs to be careful of train tracking those hands after she lands her shots. Jillian seems to be setting up a big rear right hand.
I think that's right. Gritty Jilly sees something that I'm not sure I do. She sees an opening.
I think it may come from that train tracking motion that we see. As Yeren exits the pocket, she drops her lead hand a little bit, creating that space for the right hand. And as we so often say, if we can see that, chances are that educated minds, or minds more educated than us in the sport, will see it as well. Jillian again trying to get in on that single leg. Switches to the high crotch. 30 seconds left to go. Good defense, raising the level up of Jillian is Hyung. Oh, nice elbow created the space. Needs to be wary of the guillotine here. Oh. Standing guillotine, Carrick, looks tight.
The elbow is just a little high.
Mounted. It could be mounted. We can see the top here. Couple of seconds to go. Can Jillian
the elbow's too high. She's going to survive this. We got very short time now. We've heard the clapper. And there it is.
Gritty Jilly indeed. What a first round of action. You have to be wondering though, how much is a first round like that, the first professional round of your mixed martial arts career, you have to wonder how much that has potentially taken out of Jillian.
Phil, what I'm wondering about right now is the score. Mixed martial arts is a little bit unique in the sports world, and you watch a football game, you know what the score is. It's not like you have to wait until it's all over to figure it out. This one, for me, very, very hard one to call. Who do you see got 10? Who do you see caught 9? You were not allowed to go 10-10.
I was going to take the cards away out and go 10-10. Thank you for putting me on the spot, but for my money, I'm going to have to give that round by a hair's breadth to Yeren Hyung. For me, she was the one that was, even though she was defending the takedown, she was forcing the action where she wanted it. Used the whizzer beautifully to defend, parlayed that into a takedown of her own, was closer with the submission attempt. Her strikes were coming off just a little bit cleaner.
You heard it there, Phil, and I agree. We've both got ghost up, 10-9, but by the slimmest of margins. Corner was being a little bit naughty there. When you hear that 10 seconds to go, you got to exit.
Good solid 1-2, but gets caught coming in. Was trying to land the 1-2 into the switch kick, I think it was, but got caught.
Needs to be wary of dropping those hands when she kicks. It's a very Muay Thai. It's a bad habit a lot of strikers pick up from Muay Thai, whipping that hand down.
It does add a little bit more power to the shot, but it's very often not worth it.
Just as we see that, she whipped the hand down to get a little bit more torque on the kick, but had a shot for her trouble. Seems to be attacking that lead leg, switching up the game plan is Jillian. Stiff jab, but met with a hook from Yeren. Both these girls seem to be looting up on that rear straight.
Both of them do have knockout power.
Oh, beautiful rip to the body from Hyung. Yeren Hyung seems to have a little bit more of a gauge of the distance.
Gritty Jilly, when she throws that lead jab, leaves her face a little bit open. The head is dropping to her inside. Could be countered by a hook, by a knee, by a head kick.
Oh, beautiful denial of the takedown from Hyung. Just popped the hips in. There's often a misinterpretation or a misnomer that you need to shoot your hips right back to defend the takedown. If you can bridge in and break, you can completely, it's almost like your opponent bounces off you. Inside the guard now, you can see Jillian trying to creep that guard up the back, may potentially try and set up the likes of an armbar triangle here if we see that guard open. It's gone bicep control. May try and shove that down for the triangle. Body head to keep herself honest from Hyung.
Brave Nation, for those of you not too well versed in jiu-jitsu, when you see the ankles crossed over the hips, that's called a closed guard. The closed guard is in almost all cases a very defensive position.
Yep.
In order to attack from that position,
watch out for
which
the
we're seeing here,
triangle.
we're seeing a triangle attempt. Those feet first had to come apart.
Changes to the armbar. We can see triangle armbar here.
Fighter signals she's fine.
Hyung done a beautiful job of trying to step over the head there. Now in the cradle position, punishing Jillian. Jillian still trying to hold, but Jillian needs to be wary of the armbar herself here. That arm is there for the taking if Hyung wants it. Potential for a Kimura here as well. She's thinking about taking the knee bar, can't quite see in this position. Thought about the knee bar, let it go. Jillian's still dangerous, such an entanglement here. It's pretty much 50-50 with regards to the options that are open to everybody.
Tremendous flexibility and range of motion shown by these athletes. The beginnings of a heel hook attempt here.
Jillian thought about the heel hook, but
she's maybe doing more than thinking about it, but now it's going in both directions.
she looked. Jillian
Outside heel hook is in place. It's the wrong part of the forearm to complete it.
Jillian had more of a calf crush. She's now trying to roll out of it. Has her foot on the backside of Hyung, trying to push off, create a little bit of distance. And what a scramble. That's the thing with these leg entanglements. It's such a 50-50 position. Hyung again trying to get into the heel hook position.
Both these ladies are very, very close. Straight ankle lock. Again, position, our forearm position is off by just about an inch.
Jillian trying to sit back up into a more advantageous striking position. And that's the thing, when you commit both your hands to a leg lock, trying to play that leg lock game, you leave your face exposed to strikes. Jillian could find herself in the top position here.
These little scrambles are the single most important thing in mixed martial arts. In a beautifully set up bout like this, where the two fighters are absolutely even, when they're in these positions of ambiguity, like you see right here, whoever wins the, oh, look at this!
Oh, she's not trying to hit a go-go ply,
She is indeed!
Behave yourself, you absolute rascal! Could we potentially see the first go-go ply in the history of Brave Combat Federation?
There sure was an attempt there, and I loved it.
Yeren Hyung showing just how dangerous she is, but right now eating big shots from Jillian, and we're going to go to a third round here, Carrick. What a scramble on the ground. And Carrick, whilst there wasn't a submission, there wasn't a tap there was still damage done by both women on the ligaments, on the ankles of one another. So going into the third round is going to be that cumulative damage that we may see in effect.
As I referenced on the pre-show, the leg lock attempts that these women are attempting is something like taking the plastic cap, a twist-off cap, off of a bottle of water. The cap is connected to the round ring by little tiny pieces of plastic. Those are similar to the ligaments in your knee. These twisting leg lock attempts are very, very tough on those ligaments. Even if there's no tap, there can be damage done.
Going into the third round, conceivably, it could be all to play for, going potentially a round apiece. Jillian finishing the round strong in the dominant position, landing strikes of her own.
Both these rounds were very, very close. Big props to both of these women. It's entirely possible, as you said, that we're looking at 19-19. If that is the case, whoever wins this round wins this fight.
Third and final round. Sixth fight in the professional career of Yerin Hyung. First foray into professional mixed martial arts for Jillian Go. Can Hyung get the win, or will it be go time inside the Brave Arena? Shot over the top, just shy from Hyung.
Hyung looks just a little bit fresher here.
Oh, clips Jillian with that lead hook. Corner of Jillian calling for the takedown. Nice footwork, that's beautiful footwork from Yerin Hyung. Just took herself completely off the center line. As you say, the hand starting to slow down ever so slightly from Jillian. Eats a hook there.
Gritty Jillian is starting to fade just a little bit. She's fought for 10 hard minutes.
When you consider that an amateur mixed martial arts bout is at its longest 9 minutes, 3 3-minute rounds, this is the longest she's gone in any MMA fight in her career. Managed to get her jab off there, but again, it's coming just ever so slightly slower.
I want to qualify what I said, Phil, by saying I'm not talking about her heart. Her heart is still in here 100%.
No, she's an absolute savage.
Absolute savage. But human physiology does slow down under extreme pressure, and that's what we're seeing here to a slight degree.
A little bit labored with the takedown. Jillian needs to set those up a little bit with the hands, but at this stage of a fight, when the muscles are filled with lactic acid, when it becomes a little bit more difficult to keep the hands up.
Yerin Hyung bouncing around on those legs.
Beautiful takedown defense, but Jillian, again, dog with a bone, trying to get in on that takedown. And like you say, Kerry, one thing you cannot question is the heart of Jillian Go. Little bit of space between the two, space for knees, but beautiful transition.
That was a very, very slick technique. It's sort of like when you were a little kid and you pulled a chair out from under somebody right when they were about to sit on it. Beautiful exchange of forward pressure.
Oh, huge elbows being landed by Hyung. Jillian trying to be active with the guard. Hyung done a smart job there, just decided she had landed her strikes, she had scored her points, stood up, knew that she would be doing well on the feet. Little bit of a cut just over the left eyebrow of Jillian Go. Doesn't seem to be going into the eye or impeding the vision just yet.
It's not. That is the main result of elbows in mixed martial arts on the ground. Fighters, once they're on the ground, can't fully get their hips behind those shots, but with the point of the elbow hits, it doesn't take a lot of power to split that skin.
It's almost as if these girls have made an agreement they were just going to stand and throw hands at each other. Just as I say that, commentator's curse. Jillian in on the takedown. Or was that a takedown, or was that pulling guard?
Again, we see those feet locked in a closed guard. Once they open up, as just happened, that's when some kind of an attack will start.
Right now, this is where Jillian needs to go to work, needs to score points.
Triangle setup.
The triangle. Is Hyung impeded by the cage to get full extension on the triangle? Just pressed right up against the cage, and that could be the saving grace for Jillian here. And right now, she's landing elbows of her own, trying to claw back a little bit of the fight.
Gritty Jilly did a nice job of landing some shots from top. One of the signature aspects of this sport is when you have, it's a lot different than grappling. When you have a point of control, you are duty-bound to either further that control or strike. When you try to strike, you lose that control to some degree, and you can get a reversal, which I do believe we're going to see here shortly.
She's very high up on the back. May try and turn this into an arm bar, but it could end up being an advantageous position for Hyung. She may go belly down on the arm if she can get extension, but again, that cage is causing an impediment. 45 seconds in the third and final round. What a win this would be for Jillian if she were to get the tap after an absolute
Heads popped out. There is a degree of danger here now.
Is Hyung going to try and step over the head? There's one leg over, but ends up on her back. Needs to bicep grip her arms and stack into Jillian. I think she's safe. I think she's past the point of the elbow, but throws herself deeper into it. She may just choose to compress and stay here for the duration. She needs to keep herself...
10 seconds now. Player on top needs to sink those shoulders down, possibly reach around the head if possible.
She's defending well, realizes that she just needs to survive. And what a fight, what a finish to the third and final round. And Kerrick, how do you separate the two of them?
I can tell you, Phil, the fans won that fight. Terrific show of heart, of conditioning, and of technique.
You see Jillian getting in on the takedown. There she is, eating some huge elbows, but still very much staying in the fight, trying to be as proactive as possible. And what a way to make your debut in professional mixed martial arts from Jillian Go.
I do think Yureen Hyung probably won this bout, but I do know both these fighters put on a terrific show for Brave Nation.
Well, that goes without saying. And you can see just how much it's taken out of Yureen Hyung, who resembles a question mark right now in her physiology.
Once again, we've got the Roaring Lion, Carlos Kramer, over to our right. He's waiting for the final score to be tallied. In about as close as this, they are absolutely going to check it twice. It's being written down now, although it's out of our view. We don't know who's won this.
Kerry, what's going through the minds of both fighters right now? They're waiting on a decision coming in and what they both believe is a closely contested fight. What's the level of anticipation and nerves like?
It's half nerves, but it's half exhaustion. What we're seeing here is two fighters that fought their hearts out. One of the biggest concerns right now is simply getting some oxygen into those lungs. And yeah, these are bodies full of jitters that we're seeing right here. Either of them, both of them, likely thinks that they won this bout. I can make a good case for either of them. As I said, I think Yureen Hyung probably is going to come out ahead. But if I was either of these fighters, I think I won. We've got our head official, Decky the Bandit Larkin, looking over the scorecard to make sure everything is absolutely correct. There have been cases in mixed martial arts where there's math errors, there's a misunderstanding of how you're supposed to score these bouts. That does not happen in Brave Combat Federation. Brave Nation, it is now official. The Roaring Lion has stood up and is stalking towards the entrance of the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Must feel like an absolute lifetime for both these women, but Carlos Kramer ascending into the Brave Arena to give us the official decision.
All right, Brave Nation, what an incredible bout with the two ladies letting it fly. Let's make some noise! After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-27. Your next judge scores about 29-28. And your last judge scores about 30-27 for unanimous decision victory. Out of the blue corner, give it up for Yeren Ghost Hoong. Republic of Brave Nation. This next bout is 3 5-minute rounds in the atomweight division. As the ladies let the fists fly. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist with a perfect professional record of 1 win and no losses. She stands 155 centimeters tall and weighs already 47.9 kilograms. Representing Matrix MMA and fighting out of Singapore, please welcome Shi Yan Tan. And her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of no wins and 1 loss. She stands 153.5 centimeters tall and weighs already 47.55 kilograms. Representing Soma Fight Club and Ritual Jiu-Jitsu and fighting out of Singapore. Put your hands together for Jillian Go!
Jillian, 28, is Shi Yan Tan, and a very interesting fighting prospect. Beautiful leg kick from Go, but a reply right down the middle from Tan. Oh, nice stiff jab from Jillian, and again working the jab beautifully. Oh,
Caught and down.
like I say, both of these girls are Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blue belts. What a technical stand-up by Jillian, but she's getting caught a little bit.
Stunned on the chin. You're going to see it falling now.
Oh, showing great patience to step off. She has her hurt. She needs to put the pressure on. You wonder, does Jillian Go have her full faculties back, or is she still a little bit cloudy?
It's going to be a couple more seconds, and jabs like that keep adding.
Oh,
The strikes like that,
another huge shot.
even more.
Jillian Go is eating some big shots here, Carrick. She needs to move that head off the center line.
Sheehan stalking very intelligently.
Tan very, very calm, showing calm far beyond that of a 1-0 professional.
She knows exactly what she needs to do, and that's put her hands on her opponent's face. The way she's going to set it up, I believe, is with a couple of more low kicks.
Jillian's leaving that chin exposed. When she's throwing the kick, she's dropping the hand Thai style. And when she's throwing her shots, the chin's coming up a little bit. You can see Tan is countering. She's got the measure of the distance here, Carrick. Solid reply from Jillian. Oh,
There it is, and there it's going to go high. Yep.
Changing her levels beautifully. She's
Couple more of those, Phil, and that's that.
Yeah, she's hitting it with some very stiff shots, but Jillian, much to her credit, living up to the moniker Gritty Jilly, staying in the fight.
Shi Tan has a formula that she believes is going to win her this fight.
Oh, another beautiful shot.
Shi Tan would do well to stand right now. She does not want to be in her opponent's guard. She doesn't need to. She knows where she can win, and that's standing.
A little bit of an exclamation of pain or distress from Jillian Go when she got taken down there. Potentially the referee could have stopped that for a verbal submission.
Legs are coming up. We're getting pretty close to the beginnings of an armbar, Phil.
That guard is very, very high, as you say. Can't quite see if... Good work from Tan. This is exactly what she should be doing. She's going to continue to land stiff shots on Jillian.
Shi Tan is going to continue throwing those kicks, mostly as a distraction. What she really wants to do is put leather on her opponent's head.
Oh, shin on shin, Carrick. You can see straight away the reddening up on the shin of Jillian Go. Beautiful leg kicks.
Shi Tan showing excellent timing. Brave Nation, timing is so crucial in effective striking. If you hit an opponent moving away, like right now, not going to have a big effect. Catch an opponent moving in, and that's the effect you get.
Jillian Go is so tough. She could have looked for an out in this fight way earlier, but she's going to be in this until she is stopped. Oh, changing the levels beautifully this time. Went to the body, then the head.
Jilly wants to tuck that chin a little bit, or it's going to get caught.
It's the calm with which Tan is approaching the fight is so impressive.
That high kick was potentially very important because it stops her opponent from moving the head from side to side very much. It's very tough to slip, to roll underneath things if there might be a kick coming up at your melon.
I would like to see Tan start throwing in 3s and 4s because she's backing Jillian up, and Jillian's backing up in that straight line. She throws, maybe the first 2 don't have to land, but it's 3 and 4 that are going to do the damage.
I think Tan believes that she's got a formula that's going to win it for her.
Big shot from Jillian. Jillian coming back into the fight a little bit in the closing stances of the first round, Kirk.
Not for nothing do they call this warrior Gritty Jilly. And this is mixed martial arts. It ain't over till it's over.
Oh, another fantastic 1-2 from Tan. Changing levels again, working the body. And everything Tan seems to throw is landing, or it's impactful at the very least. 10-second clapper.
Simply better. She has better reads on what her opponent is going to do than her opponent has on what she's going to do. As a consequence, she's able to hit her opponent moving in.
She's changing her levels brilliantly, working the body, throwing the leg kicks, and that opens up the strikes to the head. And again, you can see her just looking at the center mass. The kick from Jillian, she needs to do more of that. I love that Tan isn't chasing when she knows something's not going to work, or Jillian's too far away. She doesn't go marauding in.
Tan has been coached very, very well. She knows how to set those hands up, and it's not sprinting forward and throwing a lot of shots and hoping some of them stick to her opponent's face. It's set them up with the kicks and land either the straight left or the straight right. And Brave Nation, those of you who are boxing fanatics, you probably are you understand the power of the jab, but the jab in MMA, if thrown properly, is basically a left straight. It lands with a great deal more power because of the small size of these gloves.
Jab got through there for Jillian. Again, good shots from Jillian. Oh, short elbow on the inside. Yin is cheering up that lead leg. Was a little bit of a wobble there from Jillian. Is that arm? Oh, sorry, is that leg compromised, Kerry? Was a little bit.
It is. Her gait is not what it was before this. Her head movement is not her best attribute. She is able, as you saw right there, to move her head by moving her entire body, but that's not going to happen as readily as it was before those 11 or 12 calf kicks landed.
I think that lead leg might be a little compromised. And again, Tan just so cerebral. Beautiful 1-2 down the middle, comes over the top, then comes back in for more. And Jillian really needs to change something drastically here if she's to take down attempt, and it's a big shot again.
That takedown was unfortunately executed naked. It was done without any major setup. That's likely to put you in more danger than it gets you out of.
Jillian's overreaching a little bit with the shots now.
Very simple rule for a double leg in MMA at this level. Don't throw it unless you're punching or your opponent's punching at you.
Nice kick across the legs from Jillian Go. Oh, big uppercut!
Beautiful uppercut.
That could be the shot for Jillian.
Like to see her, if she lands that uppercut again, like to see her follow up with a left hook.
Great idea. Uppercut hooks across, perhaps. That leg is in trouble. She switched stances a few times there, and that is MMA language for my knee is or my leg is compromised. Another big shot, and it's the speed of it, Carrick.
Set up with a straight to the body too. It's very impressive. Brave Nation, when you want to hit the body in MMA, you lower your level so you punch straight into the body. It is not easy to do. You can't stay in place and punch down into the body and then immediately up to the head.
Jillian coming back into this fight a little bit in the closing stanzas of the second round. Tan needs to be smart here with her defense. They don't call her Gritty Jilly for nothing.
Gritty feeling a little empowered, going on the attack here.
Coming up to 30 seconds left in the second round. Strong finish from Jillian Go, but not enough to steal the round. That uppercut is a great shot for Jillian. Like you say, if she followed that up with a hook or a straight. Jillian trying to get on the takedown. Great defense here from Tan. Strong finish for Jillian Carrick, but as I say, not enough to steal the round. And essentially, Jillian Go needs a finish if she's going to be victorious in this fight.
That's correct. This is a classic 10-9, 10-9 round. We're looking at 20 to 18. Gritty Jilly needs to finish her opponent in this, the third and final round, if she wants to get the win.
I'd love to see that uppercut again from Gritty Jilly if we can. And again, just more of the same if you're in the corner attack. So keep doing what you're doing, keep your defense high, be smart with your shot selection.
I actually think she and Khan might be able to end this with the calf kicks at this point. The one thing, if I was in her corner, I'd suggest, if the fighter was comfortable with it, is feint with the hands a little bit and use the hands to set up that calf kick. Thus far, she's essentially been taking the calf kick when it was presented to her. When her opponent moved forward, put weight on that lead leg, making it very, very difficult to check. She may want to reconsider that and think about that calf kick as being a potential fight finisher.
I like that Tan isn't chasing the finish. She's not going looking for it. She's not head hunting. She's throwing smart combinations, and as you say, the leg kicks have paid dividends for her going into this third round.
What she and Tan does not want to do is move the kick up to the thigh, move it up to the body. If that happens, she's most likely going to get taken down.
These are another big leg kick. Jillian got a jab off there though. Oh, again, you saw the little bit of waver in the leg of Jillian Go there.
Again, she and Tan just has terrific cage intelligence. She's able to read her opponent better than her opponent is able to read her. As a consequence, she can tell what her opponent's going to do. She can tell when that kick is coming. Catch it, take the opponent down. She can tell when her opponent's going to move in, is able to land those shots with timing.
Another big shot coming in from Tan there. She really is having it all her own way, isn't she, Keurig? If Jillian is going to shoot for the takedown, she needs to set that up, or she could find herself on the end of an uppercut or a knee.
One problem with setting up that takedown against an opponent of this caliber is those kicks, the punches, excuse me, we've seen to the body. The uppercut. If you level change and try and move straight into them, that's a fight ender.
Jillian trying to turn it up a little bit, but she eats a big shot over the top.
Feels she's not able to move in with the speed that she needs to. That front foot that you can see, that front calf is now damaged. Brave Nation, there are nerves in the calf. Those nerves control the ankle. When you kick the spot long enough, the ankle no longer functions properly.
Another big shot forces Jillian into the clinch.
Gritty Jilly, though, lives up to her name. Moves in, looking for a takedown, completely undaunted here.
Nice wide base from Tan. I think you can see her break off here, use the wizard to break off and circle out. Level change denied there by Tan. Halfway point of the third and final round, Carrick. Nice elbow over the top, but Tan completely unfazed by it. Jillian trying to land that shot over the top, trying to time it. Again, Jillian Go trying to get in on the takedown.
That wizard from Xian Tan is a strong one. She's keeping her opponent's shoulders up, and of course, shoulders connected to the hips. Hips can't get low on your opponent's hips.
Another big shot on the break from Tan. But Gritty Jilly is sticking in this fight. If you're Tan, you must be thinking to yourself, what do I need to do to get her out of here?
I want to reiterate what Phil just said for Brave Nation. There's an old saying in boxing, don't hit on the break. It's the exact opposite in mixed martial arts. When you separate from your opponent, throw a shot. Xian Tan is illustrating that admirably.
Another big shot over the top. I would love to see the numbers on the amount of strikes landed by... Oh, big shot by Jillian. You have to, she finishes every round very, very strong. Big shot over the top again from Tan. What is Gritty Jilly's chin made of? Should start calling her Granite Gritty Jilly. She felt that a little bit of a wince.
Short time now, Brave Nation, 45 seconds.
Oh, another big shot over the top.
That one was behind the ear, and it's destabilizing. You lose your equilibrium. It leaves you open to another shot, as we saw right there.
Both fighters trying to finish strong. Good double jab to straight from Gritty Jilly. But is it a little bit too late?
That noise you just heard is 10 seconds, Brave Nation.
You cannot deny the heart of Jillian Go. But what a performance from Xian Tan.
Phil, that was obviously a fantastic performance, a fantastic winning performance from Xian Tan. But you have to speak as well about Jillian, Gritty Jilly Go.
Yep.
She really lived up to her name. I do believe she's going to be 0-2. That is not indicative of who she is as a fighter. This is an excellent fighter. I want to see both these fighters again in the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Both fighters incredibly dangerous. As I say, you cannot question the heart and determination of Jillian Go.
And yes, on the face of it, her record may be 0-2, but she might be the most dangerous 0-2 female fighter in the world right now. She, again, surely moved to 2-0 in her professional career. And Craig, talk to me about that boxing. Incredible.
The hands, yeah, the hands are incredible. The conditioning is incredible. But what stood out to me, above all, Phil, about Xian Tan is her mental presence. She got hit an awful lot. She never showed that she was being hit. She never wavered from what was clearly a winning strategy on the part of her and her coaches. She was taking a lot of punishment. But when you don't show it at all, a lot of times judges will look at that and question themselves, did that really hit or did that not really hit? I believe what we're looking here is a 30-27 bout, but as I said, no question in my mind, Gritty Jilly, 0-2, doesn't matter. She is an excellent fighter. I do want to see her in here again, and of course, I cannot wait to see Xian Tan a second time in the Brave Combat Federation cage.
Final scores just being tabulated by our head of regulatory affairs, Mr. Declan Larkin, in consultation with the Roaring Lion and Mr. Carlos Creamer. And often times like this, when it goes to decision, both fighters may believe they've won, but I don't think you can make an argument for Jillian getting around there at all. Fighters are in the center. Carlos Creamer is ready to ascend into the Brave Arena.
We got a Roaring Lion in purple, just about to ascend the stairs into the Brave Combat Federation cage, and tell us what the judges had to say about this bout, big man.
All right, another great battle inside the Brave CF 66 Volley Cage. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Your first judge scores about 30-26. Your next 2 judges scored about 30-27 for unanimous decision victory. Out of the blue corner, Xian Tan!
In the pre-show, she hits a little bit different, just like that. She's on course to knocking
low. It's one of a couple of holes in her game, and we are
missions as an amateur. Wants to knock Monica out. Becky Larkin calls it.
Is over.
This bout comes to an explosive end. Your winner by TKO due to strikes from KHK, Team Bahrain, Sabrina de Sosa.
Close to that cage. Oh, lands a big shot over the top, but she got rocked.
Back take here. If she loses that overhook, loses that whizzer.
It's just that Nascimento has such a vice-like grip right now. There's the first takedown. More so a stall in a position like this. Scope here for a one-arm triangle.
There's the pass.
Territory's trying to set up that arm bar.
That far arm is definitely in danger, Phil.
Kimura grips there. Watch out for a Darce here.
The key is going to be keeping her back off that fence, and it is now on the fence.
There's that inevitable takedown.
Hands are almost together, Brave Nation.
Valentino digging in for that underhook. She really needs to try and bump off the cage and circle away. Hands are connected.
That's really what's going to play in the judges' eyes again so far for the fighter from Bahrain, Fabiola.
The level of control being exhibited. Big takedown from Nascimento.
Valentina trying to work the rubber guard again.
Again, unless she has the likes of a Gogo Plata in her locker.
Thus far, she's largely using it, Phil, to keep the head down, to prevent her opponent from posturing back and getting leverage in the strikes. She failed in that regard, and we are now watching a very clean guard pass.
She's managed to get to her feet, or she managed to get to her knees, but needs to be wary.
Valentina should keep her hip up tight.
Nice attempt at a back elbow twice, about the takedown. Nice inside leg kick from Nascimento.
In on the single
trip takedown.
Leg trip down into top side control.
She can get that grip, and she can use her elbow to play her opponent's ribs like a xylophone.
We've got a deep defensive grip.
She is of the first round. Valentino may try and turn this into a single.
Keeping her opponent pinned, and there's always a submission threat, and that threat is getting large. Huge encouragement from the corner.
In order to achieve the submission, it's very, very intelligent. Again, I'd like to see her with her.
Nikita doing a great job of never giving up.
But she is. We're giving Nascimento all the plaudits, obviously, because she looks like a seasoned professional in there.
It's going to take more than a single upward elbow to turn this bout around. Victory roll attempt.
But Nascimento could switch to the arm. No, oh, what a way to take the back.
Nascimento wants to move those hips back just a little bit.
You can tell she wants to finish. Valentino gets up.
What a way to start our historic Brave CF 89 for unanimous decision victory. Out of the red corner, Fabiola Nascimento.